We're moving on to the boys. 9-10 breaststroke. Thomas Shire for West County's in 4. Wesley Wilkinson for Chamelon is in 5. And in lane 6, that's Tice Button for Fort Johnson.
Breaststroke also, or breaststroke in general, you can speak to this too, David. Some folks have a longer glide, so they're going to let their kick push them forward and really ride that glide. Other folks who maybe don't have a strong kick, they're going to have a much faster tempo. They're not going to glide as long.
Exactly.
So even though you may see some swimmers gliding, trust me, they are working very hard. They are not cruising. They're just getting the most out of their kick.
Breaststroke is a silly stroke that shouldn't exist, and no one who does it works. I'm kidding, but Tara and anyone watching who knows me knows my feelings about breaststroke, and that's that I'm not good at it.
You'll see tomorrow as we watch the older kids, oddly enough, breaststroke and butterfly are similar because they're what we call short axis strokes. So it's a slight press of the chest, and then your lower back and your bottom are up. So it's not a seesaw because you don't want to hinge. It's more of an undulation. And then backstroke and freestyle are a long axis stroke. So you rotate what I call around the pole.
Yeah, side to side, as if you have a pole going straight through your body. Tice Button 101.45 is your winner there for the Fort Johnson Dolphins. As we get the satisfying feeling of moving another page on the heat sheet, we are on to page 9 out of 11.
So we'll start heat 2 of 5 for our 9-10 boys 50 breaststroke. In lane 2, Carlisle Lucarelli from Crowfield. Lane 3, Stellan Bazzelli, Long Point. Lane 4, Braxton Newland, Country Club. Lane 5, William Reeder, Somerville Y. Lane 6, Charles Gabaldo from Country Club. Lane 7, Andrew Carr, Chamelon. Lane 8, Ryan Hinkle, West Charleston Wahoos. And lane 9, Marshall Roden from Asheboro. Another interesting ruling about breaststroke, or rule rather, is you can put your head entirely underwater. A big challenge for coaches is after each stroke to get the swimmers to look at the black line, which is on the bottom of the pool. That helps lift their lower body. So again, they're higher in the water, creating less drag.
Because in every stroke you want to be looking down, except backstroke obviously, but in every other stroke you want to be looking down, not forward. We see the swimmer in lane 8, that's Ryan Hinkle, had a little bit of a goggle malfunction, so he is eating them. But breaststroke's probably the best stroke for that.
Yeah, I would agree, because you're looking forward, you get a breath every stroke.
As Bazzelli wins it for Long Point in 51.69. Reeder was second, and Newland was third.
A replay here, watching our Long Point swimmer coming in. So great job keeping his stroke. You know, he's got his hands, he's scooping that ice cream bowl and moving forward. We'll start heat 3 of 5. Lane 2, Preston Hall, Legend Oaks. Lane 3, Eric Cooperl, Park Shore. Lane 4, Xander Walker, James Island. Lane 5, Van Pittard, Park Shore. Lane 6, Park Elrod, Hobcall. Lane 7, Jennings Smith, Newington. Lane 8, Pablo Garcia Duran, North Charleston. And lane 9, Owen Espinoza at Asheboro.
As we progress through, this is the third of 5 heats, all the times taken together at the end. We're finishing the last individual stroke event for the day. We have the individual medleys after this, and then the freestyle relays, as we see Van Pittard.
Van Pittard, a second-generation Park Shore swimmer. His dad, Ben, won the city meet years ago in backstroke.
45.77, that should move up for Van Pittard. Looks like second there went to Xander Walker in 46.69, and third was Jennings Smith in 47.42.
Here's a replay to watch Van Pittard coming in under the flags. He knows an engineer. You can see him pick up his pace a little bit for the win in that heat.
Heat 4, lane 2 is Wake Kierpack for Newington. 3 is Luke Voorhees for James Island. 4 is Matt Blake for Shadow Moss. 5 is David Fernandez Pellegrin for Long Point. 6 is Fisher Biggers for Snee Farm. 7 is Ben Bradley for Northbridge. 8 is Ryan Canning for Shadow Moss. 9 is Grady Norton for Hobcaw.
When you're watching at home, this boy at the bottom of the screen, Wake, swimming for Newington, he's doing a great job. Notice how he presses the chest and his hips come up. So ideally, that's the stroke you want to build on to get that undulation.
We'll see who can get under the time posted by Van Pittard in the last heat. 45.77 is a tough time the battle in the middle of the pool between Fernandez Pellegrin and Fisher Biggers, and it goes to Fernandez Pellegrin by 300ths, 41-32 to 41-35, and those are the times to beat
Big
heading
drop.
into the last heat.
4-second drop for both those boys.
And definitely a chance for those certainly to get top 5. Final heat now of boys 9-10 breaststroke. Everett Miller for Crowfield is in 2. Marco Frankic for Daniel Island in 3. Nicholas Evans for Northbridge is in 4. In lane 5 is Atticus Sherry for Daniel Island. In lane 6 is Brody Hafner for North Charleston. 5 is Braywood for Legend Oaks. 6 is Easton Drost for Somerville Y. And in 8 is Drost, and in 9 is Paul Hilton. As we hit the turn to head back, it is a tight race between these boys in the middle of the pool. We'll see who has the firepower down the stretch. Atticus Sherry trying to hold off Hafner from North Charleston, and coming on strong is Wood as well. Into the wall, it'll be tight. It's gonna be Hafner getting the win in 40.25. Second went to Sherry in 40.73. And third went to Braywood in 30.36, but he'll be 5th behind those times out of that previous heat.
Brody Hafner, watching this replay, I don't know if we have the whole second lap, but man, did he come on strong on the second 25. Atticus Sherry technically looked great, had a great race. Brody just really turned it on the last bit. Both boys swam excellent, great race there.
And we'll be right back here from the CCA Championship meet. IMs are next.